Hello everyone, this is Psychic Underlord back again with another video. Very excited to be back with a new set of information I can provide to our ritual community. Uh, Please like, share, subscribe to this page so you get first notification whenever I drop new videos. And I also want to say that a lot of the videos that people see, they wonder where it comes from. And what I can honestly say is that this information comes from the great beyond. There's no library that has the wealth of knowledge that the spirit realm provides. And with careful vetting to understand what is true and what's not true, then the listener or observer or receiver, the channeler is able to receive information and clarify what is true, what is not true, what is right, what is wrong, and to live and dwell in the correct timing of truth every day of our lives for the rest of our lives is the ultimate goal. So today's video is going to talk about clones, deep fakes, and zombies. These are the major arcana of humanity. When you have a deck of tarot cards, they have cards that are major cards and then the cards that are secondary or tertiary level of cards in the reading that hold more powerful weight, because even the tarot deck submits knowledge wise that there are indisputable powers that be above our lives, above our existence, and beneath them, beneath the major arcana of clones, deepfakes, and zombies, are nations of reality and consciousness. What people want to believe, what people subscribe to. You cannot deny it. As you move around the world, you see that people align themselves just like a deck of cards so that they are all or one, all or nothing. The kindling is stacked in humanity because we're part of a consistent feeding infrastructure that has conditioned us and trained us to believe and to become. Even before me, I submit to you, observe the cars, the directions, the ones that are going to the left, putting knowledge in, the ones that are going to the right, the outpouring of information out into the world. This is pure stream of consciousness. Each group, the clones, deepfakes, zombies, they beget uh, its own interference pattern. As a clone moves, there's a pattern of interference. You'll notice if you look at a room, when one person walks in, the reaction and the shock wave that is sent through the room in a Beyonce concert, when Beyonce comes out into the midst where people are able to observe her. Even if they don't touch her, it is an interference pattern of energy that is architecturally built for the deep fake. As they come into the room and people jump and they stop talking, they start listening, they start to trying to submit to the deep fake because they know deep fakes work for the clones. And the clones they talk about are stupid, aren't they? When they talk about their own boss, they're not talking about, oh, how wonderful Mrs. Johnson is. They're talking about that idiot Mrs. Johnson. She wouldn't be anything without me. I'm the gatekeeper. I'm the deep fake. Zombies beneath, they're just looking for somebody to give them an opportunity. They're not looking to rise up to try to provide any type of value. They just want to subsist from the least level. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but it is so obvious that this is what we're living in. So, this is why I suggest working with these people instead of trying to figure out how you're going to become some La La Land Superman or Wonder Woman or jump out there in the middle of nowhere and say, I can just separate from reality and I can just create my own thing. You are living in the major arcana of the destiny controlled matrix. Do you understand what this is? This is real life. You were born into this. And you were not born into this thing to take this whole thing out. You were born into this thing to be able to now, with the power of the ascension that is upon us, to move up into this thing and outwardly out, but not to negate the fact that this is the architecture that has been designed for our lives. I'm seeing a cat come across just like the Matrix, straight across the left screen. Are you observing these videos as you're listening to them? I am an interference pattern. I'm Psychic Underlord. I was named this. I didn't choose this. These are the concepts of reality, of creation itself. We are called into this. So if you're in pursuit of authorities and the release of blockages, you're in the right place. I didn't say to sit and to die in this thing. I said to ascend up into it and outwardly into your own orbital correct space. The alignment of the ascension has come upon us, and it is coming to YouTube through this video. So at a certain point, there is a platform break where you're saying, okay, well, I'm in a good place here. I'm not neither here nor I'm not the bottom, I'm not the top, but where do I go from here? Because I don't feel like I'm crouching just to stay safe anymore. That means you're in the right place. You're clearing blockages so they can't knock you out. You have power. You cannot win at what you refuse to confront. Confrontation is eternal life path clearing and stability. We're not doing this for 2024. We're doing this for the rest of our lives. I don't care if people 5 years from now see this video, jump on here and they say, I've just become a customer and oh my God. I'm absolutely sure that people will say that, but this is for the continuance. The ascension is not a time thing. It is a moment in time, and then you move into the timeline through the field, the architecture of the destiny control matrix, the chessboard. All these videos, they are in tandem. Platform break is a master authority. That's when you get to a point where you say, oh, you know, I'm not at the bottom, I'm not at the top. I feel comfortable, I feel safe, I don't feel as afraid as I was, and I don't feel under the threat that I was once under, literally a threat every day. How do I get to that place? You're lucky because you get the rituals that clear the karmic path and move you into the ascended place where you're pretty much set. You're in the train, you're in motion. Now, that's not the place to freak out. That's the place to be grateful, and it's going to require patience. You're going to feel that the energy is stronger upon you, but you also may get antsy and say, well, how do I negotiate all the mistakes I've made, all the things that are still in my life? Those things will be worked out for your good, and they will not be worked out in a destructive way to make you out of doors, to make you starve, to make you homeless. Those things are not a part of my ritual design. It is construct. Now, people may be removed from your life if they've proven that they are against the energy of you ascending. If you are in either they're going to have to be removed or you're going to have to be removed from them. That's a reality. That's a part of life. I've said this in the videos. So there's a very large amount of freedom and clarity that is gained when you get to that platform place and you're saying, I'm not them, I'm not these ones or that ones, but I don't feel that they're going to attack me either. Like, so what am I? Am I supposed to fight against this thing and to destroy? No, just hold on, just wait there. You will feel joy, happiness, and creativity associated by the platform blockage break. That is the clearing when you're hogging up a mountain and the mountain guide says just a little while longer, a little while further, there is a clearing here in the mountains. And that is where we will rest. That's exactly what a platform break is. Once we usher you out of this karmic, disgusting place of self hatred, of insecurity, instability, having people treat you so poorly on a daily basis, and you have to contend with this. and we get you out of that place, we get you to the clearing, that's where we're going to rest. The clones have been conditioned to live at the top of the delusion. The entire delusion of the destiny control matrix is maintained by the clones. That's why we have the clone talent rituals. If you look in my shop, look under the word clones, then all the clone rituals will come up associated with that. Negotiating with these people, they have been designed, whether they're dumb or smart. Stephen Hawking was praised as a master physicist even in his death, when 8 out of 10 of his hypotheses were completely wrong. And they had discovered they were wrong before he even died. But it was still people listening, still people not reading between the lines, still people not doubting and just going along with theories that were completely wrong. So then people say, well, how can he possibly be a clone? There are a lot of people who wish they were Stephen Hawking. They called him all kinds of geniuses, and oh, he's so brilliant, and he's just listened to people listening to him speak. This disabled man, uh, completely physically deformed, reading and his theories, and to listen to him for hours and hours, and there's no consideration to what is coming through him through his experience. And then they come to find later that most of it was completely wrong, but he ends up dying a multimillionaire, completely paralyzed individual. No consideration. So you'll see that. And this is why people give up. Before they discover my shop, they give up and commit suicide, and they say, I can't be like these people, and I can't be like those people. Why can't anybody understand me? Why can't I understand myself? I know I'm not crazy. I know I'm not wrong. No, you're in this thing to be delivered out through my shop. My shop is a way to save your life, and it's a way to move you into the place where you actually belong. So they will remain the top of the delusion. So this is where they subscribe to the lie. So the lie that they feed to the deep fakes, and the deep fakes who worship them. Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, you're so wonderful. We all love you, and all these kind of things. They're the biggest cheerleaders. And then it seems like when they turn toward you, they turn toward you in hate, don't they? They hate you. And it's something about you that knows that you have more skills and talent than them, but you just can't bring yourself to kiss the feet of a pig, can't you? You feel that in yourself. You feel that, oh, I still have some type of values in me that are saying that I can tell the difference between an idiot and a person who actually is brilliant. But the deep fake doesn't seem to care, do they? They don't care at all. They are the gatekeepers of the system to protect the clones. And the clones get the money from all these people, and they're so celebrate, and the clones are so irresponsible, aren't they? They get all this money and they have no concept. Now you're lucky if you hook up with a clone, because then the clone will pay you, but how can you get to the clones if you have to go through the deep fakes? This is the You can bypass the deep fakes and actually be able to have the clone talent conversation, the clone performance opportunity, so that things that are inside of you, the clone will identify in you how you can help them. Your life can have value, your talent, your skills can have value, because now you can use them in the system and not have to worry about being sabotaged or being set up, or someone press a button and just delete you out of the equation, because everything that you have has to be put through the hands of a deceptive deep fake, and then you're so afraid. So this is how you get through the system and understand this is the way it's meant to be. There is material wealth in the segment, which is the clones, which is our major focus in acts of acquisition and benefit. So, yes, you hooking up with Beyonce is what this is all about. You hooking up with Reba McEntire is what it's all about. You hooking up with ABC News is what it's all about. You hooking up with the President of the United States is what it's all about. It's repositioning. This is what the rituals in our shop do. They set you up the architecture so that you are harmonious with the President of the United States. You're harmonious at CBS News, sitting on the news floor, making major decisions as the superintendent of schools for New York City. How is that possible? Because he makes it possible. Hallelujah. This is why I'm here. I was brought here. I didn't choose to be here. I could not have made this up in my wildest dreams. So acquisition and benefit, it comes from the clones. Deep fakes are controlled opposition through the destiny controlled matrix. So when you're looking at them, you're not looking at a real gatekeeper. You're looking at controlled opposition that is generated to create conflict and to create opposition and obstacles. That's why we have the deep fake obstacle removing ritual in our shop at psychicunderlord.com. How do I remove the obstacles here in the corporation? I work in a hospital. I work in the police department. It seems like it's so many different bureaucracies and red tape. The things that make sense get killed on the floor. I can't seem to get an idea through. You have to get the ritual to make that happen for you. The deep fakes attempt to steal your energy. Isn't that true? They exhaust you. Even if you sit down with a deep fake and want to kind of very conscientiously share something with them, I want to give you something that's really going to help. Now, you know, in the back of your mind that they probably won't even listen to you, but you're going to do everything you can to try to appease to the deep fake. No, no, no. You need to appease the clone. The deep fake is only a distraction to steal your energy. So you sitting down with a middle manager hoping that they'll pass on your good ideas. They're going to take the credit for all your ideas and they're going to screw it up at the same time. So they're going to become uh, something to people who don't see what they are as a shoe in the door, as a resource. But deep fakes are not a resource. They are a bait and switch opposition asset of the destiny control matrix. They can't help you. They You will perpetually be the underdog because you are coming into ascension. If you're not a part of our shop, you haven't taken the rituals to become a part of the true ascension, the true global ascension, legitimately. So this underdog and this underserved person and this person who's tried and struggled and been kicked down so much, that's the old you. That's not who you're becoming with Psychic Underlord. So they will and try to impersonate you. They'll get your information and say, well, type that up in an email and send it to me. They'll get the email, doctor it up with errors and all, and they're going to try to become you, and then it's going to fail, and then they're going to come back to you and say, oh, but they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do it because it's not you. So they wear dual hats, and they are used as informants to clones. They're not used as advisors. They're an informant. The clone doesn't have the capacity to really know unless something comes to them face to face, then they're able to grasp it. That's why getting to the decision makers, we no longer go through gatekeepers. We go through the energy straight to the source of probability, of possibility, of prosperity, of resource acquisition, resource distribution, which is the hand of the clones who are seated at the top of the destiny control matrix. Zombies, I know that I've spent all this time, didn't say anything about them. They are the fabric, the upholstery of this destiny control matrix. They're the fuel of the destruction process. Destroying things, as you see, creates the impetus for money to flow through the deep fakes, those middle managers, to the people that they're hiring, to the businesses that are looking to expand, and it's the rinse and repeat over and over again, a global opportunity to understand the truth that these three classifications of people, the zombies are the ones who are just going into the process, but they're so numerous that the illusion is that you cannot overcome them. You're not over they're here to overcome them. Your talent is too high. Your talent belongs at the top as the advisor of these clones, as the one who speaks into them the truth, speaks into them the great opportunities, because they have the opportunity to make it right, because what the information you're giving them comes from the right place. There's no obstacles. When you give them the information, it gives them the opportunity to gain the money, pass it through the system to the deep fakes and on to the zombies and on. And do you see how that becoming a city administrator and applying for this job, once you get this job skills ritual in my shop at suckingunderlord.com, you become the county administrator, you become the executive over regulatory affairs, all these type of things that did not make sense to you. Now I understand my talent is in this area and I can provide it directly to the Senate, to the congressperson, to the local leaders, to the county executive board, the state's attorney. I understand these are the skills that you have through these rituals and through psychic.underlord.com to be able to benefit millions and millions of people. So the zombies, they are part of the destruction process. There are lots of mistakes, and it's a lot of ebb and flow. There's a lot of things, decisions being made, changes being made. You can't be afraid of changes as you move up into this architecture of dominion over many. The zombies, they extort from the system by characteristic. This is why they're not sitting there crying about having to go and do these things, because they have to build those things in insurance, build in opportunities to mitigate to risk, to this is I need a person to wear the insurance regulatory job skill, so they'll be able to take that brilliance that you have on risk reduction and be able to actually apply it in society, so you are making a difference and you will be able to make more. So they take from the system in order to, and this is the cycle that goes back to the clones. The mayor may be a clone. You can become the mayor. And now you're speaking to clones in your administration. You maybe keep, and now see at a higher place. Now you're saying, well, who do I talk to now? I'm at the top of this thing. Okay, they're going to extort from the system, the zombies will, and then the clones will replenish and overstock with other clone and deep fake resources. If you are the mayor, you're going to be looking for a clone to be able to do your business. Now that clone automatically right there, because if you're wearing ritual and you become the freaking mayor, the mayor of San Antonio, Texas, the clone that works under you, you already know right there where their Achilles heel is. They're going to be getting information from deep fakes. The deep fakes, you're looking one section over to that deep fake problem that you have to figure out how you can put a clone in the deep fake section. So now I have clones referencing information with other clones, and by the time it gets to you, you're able to decode and see what's missing, send that information back. And now I got okay, so the deep fake came back with this. They're doing this administrative process. So now see how your frustration's not going to end, but you actually are going to be able to maintain and stay active mentally, excited with what you do, valuable at what you do, It's a characteristic for you in wearing this ritual from psychicunderlord.com. So this is the video I want to give to you now. Clones, deepfakes, and zombies. Please stay tuned. I'm going to have individual videos to describe each of these areas in depth. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.